Welcome to the best of TV Burp 2, where we look back at our favourite moments from previous series. And do you remember when a hard handshake made a hairband come off on Marbella Bells?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Don't worry about it. It's not that
Dalek on Holby. Where is the doctor? And Paul Burrell in embarrassing mix-up on Australian Princess.
It was an ox tongue, not a vagina.
Easy mistake to make. Yes, it's Paul Burrell. On ITV2's Australian Princess.
I suppose you're wondering why I'm stood here with an empty suitcase.
Don't tell me, you're off to Kensington Palace to get some more stuff. Hey? Paul Burrell sees his job as educating these girls in matters that will be hugely useful to them in later life.
It's perfectly all right for you to pick up the spears of asparagus, which have no sauce.
Oh, you can do that, can you? Because normally I get a big bunch of asparagus spears and just shove them down me gob. Chantal, your dinner's ready! It's asparagus spears, it's your favourite! Asparagus spears? That's Brittany's little sister, isn't it? If that's how you eat asparagus, Paul, how do you eat a banana?
You split the belly, ends off, split, roll.
Ends off, split and roll. See, I prefer this method. Now then, how's about, would you believe? Yeah, it gets a bit annoying after a while. Here's Paul Burrell's advice to his princesses in waiting.
I think it's important to retain your dignity.
Maintain dignity. Quite right, Paul. Ends off, splits and roll. Here, what planet is Kilroy on?
You won't have sex with your partner because you hate the way you look?
No.
Your mother's in a care home and she's being drugged to keep her quiet for the convenience of the staff?
No.
Your daughter's at the altar. She's just about to get married. And you threw black ink all over her dress?
I never touched her. Here, what's your idea of a dream home?
The best things in life are free.
Dawn Keyes lives in Rayleigh, Essex, in her dream home with her dream lifestyle.
A yellow house guarded by 2 Shire horses. What's the feng shui on that? This was our old friend Wife Swap, and here's a phrase that fills every viewer with joy.
Lisa Litchfield is an ex-bouncer who hasn't worked in over a year.
Yeah. Bouncers, not as popular as they used to be, are they? Lisa is staying with Essex building magnate Paul Keyes, who has a fairly open mind.
I always say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but when it comes to appearance, I think you can. Sometimes you look at the things that bird got to say, put a bit of decent clobber on and done her face up nice, you wouldn't be a bad salt.
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover, but you can judge people by their appearances. So, Lisa moves in, and it's pretty much a world of chores.
I first walked in, and my niece
Shopping,
went, "Oh, what a lovely
washing,
house. It's a pleasure to do housework in here.
polishing,
Whatever it may be.
and I think my favourite chore,
It's not the pits.
picking up dog's mess. Yeah, you know when you're sitting at home and you're watching a large lady retching as she picks up dog's mess, and you're thinking, John Logie Baird, if only you could see what your invention, the television, was being used for. You'd be so very proud. Well, after that, Lisa deserves a lie-in. Fully clothed, face down on the bed. So Dawn is not too happy with the swap because she knows that across town, Lisa is living the dream.
Lisa dreams about having a nice big home. We all dream about that. Lisa is now living her dream.
Yeah, she's living her dream. Dream, 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 dream. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you The Apprentice. With Sir Alan Sugar, or as I prefer to call him, Sid James. Their first task was to come up with a name for their team. Here's the boys' efforts.
Has anyone got a name at the moment?
I have. Let's go for it. The A-Team.
Yeah, the A-Team, yeah. It's not a bad punt. Name your business after a 1980s TV show. Any other ideas, Saeed?
I did have another suggestion. Winners.
Yeah, that's fine. Or what if you don't win? Might just rub it in. What's the name of the team? The Winners. Did you win? No, we lost. Anyone else got any ideas?
I quite like the idea of combining two words into a new word that doesn't actually mean anything specifically.
Yeah, take two words and make a word that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, like take the word stupid and add it to idea to make the new word stupidea. That's how Alan Sugar came up with Amstrad. Yeah, he combined the phrase, I am a Sid James lookalike, although traditionally he didn't have a beard. No, he didn't have a beard. Now, how are the girls getting on?
In the beginning, what did we want to say? We wanted something that was successful, dynamic, that'd stick. That actually says it. Have we got a name?
Velocity.
Yeah.
I can see how she might start to get a bit annoying. Yeah. But hey, she's just excited. Oh my God! You are so annoying.
At 35, Joe Cameron's one of the older candidates.
No, wait, stop.
After being made redundant at MG Rover.
For being annoying. She just needs to calm down. For pity's sake, Joe, just calm down. Every now and then, you meet an actor who's just perfect for a role, who is the human embodiment of Amzer. They found that in little-known actor Jazz Beer.
So you're going to be about here.
An actor called Jazz Beer is the star. The team have decided to call him Max.
We're just trying to line the shots now, Matt.
Unfortunately, the scenes of Jazz Beer on the plane make him look like he's enjoying himself a little too much, if you know what I mean.
No hidden charges, no commitment to flying.
Dirty boy! Dog Borstal now, in which naughty dogs are given a short, sharp shock to get them back on the straight and narrow. Better a naughty dog than a dirty one. We were introduced to Billie Jean and her brown Labrador Fudge, who's a little overweight but not enough to qualify for fat pets.
I've bought lots of sweets for Fudge, not for me. Love Hearts are his favourite at the moment, with the refreshers and marshmallows.
I didn't know they made love hearts for dogs, but yes, they do. I've got a packet here. Here we are. What have they got on them? Oh, look. Be my bitch. Yeah, that's the one. Sniff me. Yeah. And I love your leg. Then we met boxer dog Zebedee, who really just needs a purpose in life.
Zebedee from Wales is a 14-month-old boxer, the dog equivalent of a teenager. But he's in Borstal now, and Mick thinks what Zebedee needs is a job.
He needs a job. It's Dog Apprentice! This is not a game. This is a 12-week job interview. It's a dog-eat-dog situation.
14 dogs have come to London in search of a job.
There's no phoning. You can't text a number. There's no panel of judges. I'm the one who decides who gets fired. And I'm the one, ultimately, who decides who gets hired.
They've come to battle it out for a job with syrup and sugar.
I'm the most belligerent person you could come across. Business is not about weighing my money up against the wall.
He's offering one job with a 6-figure salary. To get it, they're going to have to live and work together. This is the ultimate job interview.
You're fired. You're fired. You're a lightweight. You're fired. I'm only kidding. Come on, come here. Come on. Come here. Yeah. I must say I learned a lot from Mean Machine's tunnellers this week. You're probably like me. You've often spent an afternoon watching a tunnelling machine boring into rock and noticed that the rock fragments are mixed with water to help flush it away, but have wondered what the correct term is for this rock-water mix.
Around 80 square metres of rock a day is excavated, and it drops down below the machine. It's kept under control as it falls by mixing it with water. This mixture is called muck.
Yeah. Muck. Yeah. Muck. Muck. It's difficult to know which tunneler to use, though, isn't it? So often you make your mind up by the way the name is sold to you.
First, the biggest tunnelling machine ever. The Worth TBE 500.
Worth TBE 500. OK, what else you got?
It's got a face made of hardened steel and a rear over 30 metres long. It's the vertical incline shaft tunnel boring machine.
I have that one! No, of course, the only real way to decide which is the better, the Worth TBE 500 or the vertical incline shaft tunnel boring machine is... See you after the break. Come on, vertical incline shaft tunnel boring machine. Welcome back to the best of TV Burp 2. Remember when they found a cure for Viagra overdose on the Royal? Fred Elliott comes up with a new treatment for PMT.
I told Violet she'd take things easy all morning.
What's up with you?
Oh, it's women's things.
Yeah, I'll go and get the chicken and mushroom.
All right.
And we find out why Paul Burrell walks that way.
Yes, you iron underwear.
Footballers' wives now, and Shannon has had a nose job.
What do you reckon?
I don't know, maybe it's a bit early to say. You know, she's got that big H on her face. She went out the other day and a helicopter landed on it. Now, in Tanya, it's not just football that she likes. Watch her eyes as she enjoys a game of tiny elf tennis.
Sell the club, Frank. Sell for whatever you can get.
Yeah. If you listen really closely, sometimes you can hear the ball. Club manager Frank's not been too well.
Just a bit.
Hey?
Just a bit.
Oh, I'm not surprised he's not making sense. Look at his front room. Where does he live? Headache Mansions? Ray Mears and his sidekick Gordon signed off their series with a trip to the woodlands. And straight away, Ray was off eating weeds and anything he could get his hands on.
What you have to look for is this dark reddy brown colour like that one, when they turn really soft and squidgy. Oh, that's really nice. Beautiful eating. Really nice.
Nice. A little bit bitter, but... Let's swallow... Oh, another one. Let's swallow that down. Lovely.
Quite delicious, but it's very important to spit out the seeds because they contain cyanide.
me.
I'm going to go for a rigid sigmoidoscopy. Why? It's a complete waste of time. It's obviously a pancolitis. The colon's in the acute phase is regulated. There's no way we could consider an ileoanal pouch. So there's no option but to go for a subtotal colectomy. He doesn't need to have a perforated toxic megacolon.
Now, for those of you who don't watch Coronation Street, here's Steve McDonald to fill you in with what's been going on.
I got Tracy Barlow pregnant who stalked me and then cancelled my wedding behind my back. I've got a baby daughter nobody knows about that's being looked after by the croppers. Roy thinks he's the father and so does his transsexual partner.
Now, here's Deirdre's mum Blanche with a slightly simpler version.
They've already been told they can't adopt, haven't they? Because he's a loony and she's a man.
What do you get if you cross Frankenstein and Dracula? Steve McDonald. Or Fracula, as we call him. And you're wondering, why does Fracula pull those funny faces?
He's a monster!
So she. They want a little monster time to themselves. No one wants he's hanging around in a new relationship.
Well, he's catching flies with his tongue. Yeah, it's happening so quickly you can't see it. If we slow it down... Meanwhile, Jason was really getting the hang of this parenting lark.
Go to sleep, my baby. Close your pretty eyes. It's time for little Holly to go to bye-bye.
Sweet. Jason's Book of Nursery Rhymes, yeah. I'll go there, now. There it is. Let's have a look, see what we got. We got that one there, obviously. Go to sleep, close your pretty eyes. And so on. And then my favourite, it's another one he's done. Rock baby, the pram. I just plastered these walls. Then go down the rovers. When the electric drill is on, baby wakes up, I'll never get the calf finished. Yeah, it's nice. Nick Baker's back with these weird creatures.
Is it still on?
Yes. They paid him up front. This week he was after the 4.5 metre long basking shark. And a big shark like that, I would have thought that was easy enough to spot. Not for Nick Baker. Now, if this was David Attenborough, he'd have spent months researching the best place to find one, what time of year they're most prevalent, and before he started filming, he'd track one for a couple of days, if not weeks. Nick has a slightly different approach.
You haven't seen any basking sharks, have you?
Have you seen any or not?
Not today, no.
Seen a shark, anyone?
Just sails around on the off chance. Hang on, he's found one, hasn't he?
Look, we've hardly left Penzance Harbour and we already have what has to be the second weirdest fish in the world after the basking shark for me. It is a sunfish.
Oh no, it's a sunfish. What about over there?
Well, that's our consolation prize. We have a grey seal.
A seal? I thought we were looking for a shark.
The otters more than make up for our limited success with the sharks in Scotland.
No, they don't. I tuned in to see a 4.5 metre shark. It's a shark programme. If you told me it was a seal and otter programme, I wouldn't have bothered.
We have got kittiwakes, we've got herring gulls, we've got black-backed gulls, we've got gannets.
Seagulls? You're just filming anything now?
I was here yesterday. It's one of those.
That's a dog.
That's Torval.
It's not even an animal. So what's his conclusion?
But one thing's for certain, these fish are no respecters of professional qualifications. In fact, the public stand just as much of a chance of seeing one from their deck chair or sitting on the beach.
Great, thanks a bunch. Another hour of my life I'll never get back. This was the last in Nick Baker's series, and I'm really going to miss him. Said you were leaving, someone swept your heart away, and from the look upon your face I'd say it's true. Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? After I've been loving you so long, how am I supposed to live without you? How am I supposed to carry on when all that I've been living for is gone?
Cheeky git.
See you next week.
Harry Hill's TV Burp Gold DVD is available in-store and online.
For you, the physical stuff is easy. It's the rest of it that's hard.
Like what?
Like it never lets up, not for a second.
You think I can't hack it?
I don't know. Some can't. Remember, the job has to come first.
It's Demons next.